Check 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Alright, looks like we're good. What's going on, everybody? We're going to be playing some online CFM here. Just picking up the Sim Sports gaming franchise that we got going on. Let me just share out the link to the stream here, which of course is one of our rules. And then just waiting for the opponent to confirm here as well. We're going to start our search here in just a second, but yeah, happy Labor Day to everybody. We are he's ready to search here, so we're just going to go ahead and jump in. Hey, I'm enjoying Madden 22 a lot. I know a lot of people aren't. I've had a lot of people ask what are my thoughts. My thoughts are that it's Madden. It's not perfect, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So most notably in our online franchise here, which we do have some open teams, 32-man team league here with probably like, I don't know, 6 or so teams open as we await the updates to scouting, first week rosters, that kind of thing. This is just kind of a test franchise that we're doing. So yeah, looking forward to it. One of the things I love about Madden is you can really scout your opponent ahead of time. So we'll see if that's going to help or hinder me here. But I've really enjoyed just getting a pretty good look into how the game plays and whatnot. So I do want to just confirm that I'm not blasting into my opponent's ear here as we stream, because that can be quite annoying. Let me just make sure. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he can hear me. That's really annoying. I don't want to do that to him. So, guys, I'll just say this. If you're interested in the league, check us out, simsportsgaming.com. You can join our Discord there. That's the best place to get connected for the league. And lots of other stuff. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. I'm going to mute myself because that's just terribly annoying, but I'll have the stream up. And if people do want to chat, I'll try to keep my eye on the stream there. So, all right. Here we go. Good luck.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. At their own 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Nice sharp run there by Kenyon Drake, and he's awfully tough to get on the ground. And how about this Raiders backfield? It's certainly not lacking for punch, having signed Drake this year and already having Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now Drake, he's never had a 1,000-yard season, but last year in Arizona was his best yet. 955 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, plus he can catch it swinging out of the backfield.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Second down at 7. Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. PAT up and good by Rosas, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Jacobs. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, option right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Flush to his right. It's caught at right by Graham. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Bears with the quarter number 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Counter play, Drake. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And the run with Jenkins on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped well behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw his Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From his goal line here, Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. It's caught off the deflection. The completion there lines up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. The screen pass here to Cohen. That catch good for only a couple.
Tariq Cohen. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the 33-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon God.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped, just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021. He makes a nice catch there.
On first down, Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike,
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
Out of the gun, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On play action, it's Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Counter play with Jacobs.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're all backwards. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A give. This is Montgomery. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Bears. That's the end of the
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time Montgomery. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields going for it all. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Fields throwing again. And Graham on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
At the 40-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
44, Mike, 44.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke. Let's go, defense.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He's going to let it fly.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll look to throw.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got some. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Here's Cohen now to return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Fields. Going to get this to Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First down, Chicago.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And one last throw here for Fields. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Las Vegas, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
Hey guys, what's going on? I know there's some questions in the chat there. First, awesome game against JP here at the Bears. Active guy in our SSG community. That was a crazy game. I just messaged him, so the game was bonkers. I mean, it was just like fumbles everywhere, but it wasn't like super Madden-y. Like, it didn't feel too. It was just a really crazy game, but it was good. I was not expecting to pull that one out. I think JP kind of changed up some of his game plan a little bit, because some of the things I was expecting, saw some of it, didn't see all of it that I was expecting and whatnot. But yeah, it's a really good game. So I'm going to get to those questions that I know came up. There were a few of them there. But yeah, thanks for checking things out, guys. Again, this is our Sim Sports Gaming Madden Connected Franchise Mode. We are pretty darn sure we'll be restarting when the new scouting comes out and when the Week 1 rosters come out. Of course, that's with a huge asterisk that it works. I just, everything I see on Twitter is everyone like, I'm waiting, I haven't touched Madden. But guys, I mean, you know, I like Madden 22, but I'm a realist too. I mean, I don't hate the game like a lot of people, but I mean, this is Electronic Arts. A, we're assuming it's going to actually come out. B, we're making a massive assumption that it's going to be not broken and better than what we have. I don't love the scouting either, but I don't hate it. I would much rather use what we currently have that works than something new that like just breaks the game or has us delay another 5 months or something crazy. So obviously here to play games, have some fun and whatnot. So but we do have some openings again. Whether we continue this franchise, which again is unlikely, I just say it because there is a small chance that like this could be the franchise. But yeah, we have some openings, so check us out. You can go to Sim Sports Gaming. We actually have a mobile app. And speaking of mobile apps, I know there were some questions about the slider app itself. Rogers probably sums it up best. How does the slider app work? I'm lost. The best thing I can tell you is there's a help button on there, and that's not sarcasm at all. I mean, it's there to help, right? So click that help button, and it will walk you through it. Also, in the very homepage of that app, if you click the arrows, it'll just kind of give you a little overview of some different things. I do give some slider recommendations, even some difficulty settings. And probably the biggest source of confusion I've gotten so far, the people who have been confused, who've reached out, it seems they haven't understood that you really should start testing your sliders with the settings at 50, right? Just all sliders at 50. I mean, if you want to mess with some ones you know for sure you want to change, like for instance, penalties, or like the injury slider, or speed, what's it called? The variation, I forget what it's called, the speed threshold or whatever. You can mess with those, but I mean, I really think it's important to play a handful of games, whether it's all pro, all Madden. The difficulty won't matter because those settings aren't ratings based or anything else. They're all stats based. So you could be the worst player of Madden in the history of the game, or you could be someone who's playing in tournaments and whatnot. It really shouldn't matter. That app should work for you. And again, there's a lot of variables, and I don't say to play a full season or 10 games just to drive you crazy. It's because really the biggest thing, most players who play Madden don't have a huge, you've been playing for years. It's not like you're going to suddenly be a much different player in Game 4 than you were in Game 1 or 2, unless you're brand new to the game. The reason I say to play a handful of games mostly is because your opponents are so different, especially even against the AI, right? Which is kind of what that slider app is set up for. There is a big difference between playing, a Bears team, or the Bucks, or the Lions, or the Chiefs and whatnot. There's huge differences, and so again, momentum plays a role. I would test these inside of a franchise still, even if that means your whole first season you just play on 50. Who cares? It's a game. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's what I would tell you to do. But yeah, thanks for checking things out, guys. That was a lot of fun. I just got back in town. I was gone this weekend here at the holidays, so I hope everyone was safe and had a good time. But yeah, check us out, simsportsgaming.com. Again, there's a mobile app there that you can click on. That'll kind of make it easier if you're looking at it via your phone. Otherwise, desktop works pretty well too for any kind of info you're looking about various leagues and whatnot. So I'm Mike Lowe. I'm on Twitter at MikeLowe47. If you want to read more about the slider app itself, check out the thread on Operation Sports in the Madden slider forum. And yeah, I'll be around, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.